The next morning, we went for a drive round Tbilisi, one of the coolest cities we'd ever been to. Who is this on his horse?
According to the sign, it's King David the Builder.
What?
Better than Eric the Chemist.
Last builder I had working on the house didn't look like that, and he certainly didn't turn up on a horse.
We then found a flea market and decided to test the boot space in our grand tourers by picking up a few souvenirs.
I'm not sure they would have been able to win a war like this.
This is a Russian wall clock. It says Moscow on the dial. It works.
Is it a Soviet one?
Yeah, a Soviet cine camera. Now, come on. How much is the record player?
We're going to do a selfie.
I love the way that they've captured the lustfulness of the lady dog and the wistfulness of James. Having done our shopping, Hammond and I were soon back at our cars and filling up the boots. What have you bought?
Giant pair of jugs. Georgian wine jugs.
Do you know what the Georgian is for wine jugs?
No.
Norks.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it?
So you've got two giant Norks.
Yep. A guitar and a clock, and I'm very pleased with the purchases. What's with the trombone or whatever it is?
Well, it won't fit. With my record player and my bird and my gas mask.
That's a striking piece. We'll put it on the back seat.
It's small.
Go on, the back seat will accommodate that. Look.
It's going to be critical.
Oh my God!
There you go. Told you would.
Do Aston Martin describe that as a back seat?
Yes.
I wouldn't call it a leather pouch.
I can't argue. I can't argue with him.
It's not acceptable.
Are you?
No.
Are you actually in?
Yes.
Headroom?
No. That is absolutely hopeless.
Anyway, the interesting thing about the Aston Martin is, I've got quite a lot to say.
I need to get out now.
At this point, James came back after a very ambitious shopping trip.
Could you hold the porcupine, please? Yak goes in first.
How big is that boot?
It is actually really big.
It's unnecessarily big, actually.
Too much boot.
It's a grand tourer. It's for taking luggage, as you said only the other day. His master's voice will go there, and then the Spanish man of war.
I then came up with a plan to get rid of what wouldn't fit in my car. I bought you a present.
You're a musical man. That's very thoughtful of him, actually.
Thank you.
With our souvenirs loaded up, we got back on the road. Finally found a fuel station. Oh. Now that's an oil company name I wasn't expecting.
Really? I know this is childish, but it's just...
I wish we had turd
I
petrol
really
in
do.
Britain.
Is there
Turd petrol?
Why don't they sponsor a Formula One team?
Powered by turd.
Think of the skid marks.
Think of the commentary.
Back on the move, we started to soak up the local motoring culture, which didn't take long. Larder, larder, and larder.
Larder, 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 larder.
3 larders there, a larder there, 2 larders there.
If there's a larder owners club in Azerbaijan, it'd be massive.
What car must have been a very thin magazine over here?
At the next town, May and I wanted to pull over, and Hammond didn't.
It's all very nice jollying around, but these are GT cars. We've got to cover miles in them. We've got miles to go. We need to get a move on.
The town, however, was called Ganja. So obviously May and I wanted to experience the architecture. I'm building a new house,
Yes,
I think I've got the scale of it wrong.
really.
I think it needs to be more like this. This, I like the arch. I think the Cotswolds needs this kind of architecture in it.
Can we stop stopping off to look at things? The whole point of this trip is to prove that these powerful GT cars can devour continents, and we're not devouring any miles.
Ew.
But we need to get going.
You do know that these aren't actually quicker than any other type of car?
What?
No, in the real world. I mean, these feel great. That's why we like them. It's nice having a powerful car, etc. But in the real world, they don't go any faster or slower than any other type of car.
They go faster.
They go
They
faster.
don't.
What, those larders we've been overtaking endlessly since we got here, you're saying that my twin-turbocharged Aston Martin is no faster than them?
Not in the real world. I'll demonstrate it to you tomorrow.
Oh, God.
Right, May, what is your thinking?
Well, I've bought this Renault 9, it's the GTL. And I've flown Abby out to drive it. We're going to drive 50 miles to a place called the Garden of Paradise.
Why can't we just go where we're going?
Because I just said we're going to the Garden of Paradise. It'll be nice. So Abby gets a 2-minute head start. You won't be able to catch her.
Oh, well.
You won't.
She has a 2-minute head start,
Yes.
and you think we can't catch her up in 50 miles?
She's
Exactly.
That's not in good condition.
It wasn't very expensive. Start the engine, please.
Oh, well.
Oh,
Oh, we're in trouble now.
Right, you ready?
It's like a kid.
Oh,
In 3, 2, 1, go! Professional racing
yeah,
driver.
that's it. She's good. She's good.
You bought a dog.
Doesn't work.
So, James May's experiment is an Aston Martin DBS twin turbo faster than an ancient rusting Renault 9.
18 seconds.
Stop sounding excited about this ridiculous escapade.
2, 1, begin.
Right, let's get this charade over with, shall we? And prove that James is mad.
The point of having a GT car with tons of power is that it makes you feel good, and it's nice, but it's not quick.
It's a river of wool and lunch.
Please don't scratch my Bentley. Please don't scratch my Bentley.
All right. As we approached Journey's End, the road surface improved, so we could both unleash our massive horsepower. So here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Richard Hammond's on a mountain road in a Bentley, going quickly. So nothing can go wrong here.
Got to have closed the gap by now. No offence, Abby, but you're not having this.
The finish line at the Garden of Paradise was close. And as we entered the outskirts, the patio of paradise, Abby was in sight. The race we knew would be ours, but then it turned out that actually the finish line was in the 14th century.
Oh, my word. Getting narrow, very narrow.
Oh, I don't know how much a carbon fibre chin spoiler is on one of these, but I bet it's a lot. Abby, however, wasn't worried about that sort of thing. That's the sound of a crow rubbing against a Russian stereo. That was not good.
Hello.
Hammond unbeached. I'm going to find another route.
Oh, is it really around here? A lot of noise from the boot now.
Meanwhile, I'd found another route that wasn't much better. Oh, God. James May's ideal motor race this. I'm doing 4-3. By this stage, I knew I'd lost, so I needed to come up with an excuse.
Leave the head. A hat.
This is not Bentley country now. This is really Land Rover territory. James May, you are a bloody idiot.
Sit rep. Man arrived at the window, took 30 units of currency away, and I now have this hat. Eventually, Hammond and I found Abby's victorious Renault at the finish line. And then, what was definitely several hours later, May turned up.
Oh, here he is.
Oh, God.